Sziasztok! Egy hosszú idő után visszatértem, és elhoztam nektek még egy Michael Jackson ügyet, amiben fény derül arra, hogy ő még életben van. Ha itt vagy, ne felejts el nyomni egy lájkot, és iratkozz fel. Jó szórakozást! De mielőtt nekifutunk a videónak, felolvasom egy komment előtt, mi is az igazság. Igen, egyértelműen. Rengeteg bizonyíték van. Realisztikus maszkotot, teljesen olyan, mint az 1486-os közben. Biztosan állítható, hogy az emberek elhiszik, hogy megvolt, pedig ez nem így. Michael megjátszotta a halálát, a pénzügyi gondjai és gyermekek biztonsága, a magánélet hiánya, a vádak, a sajtó, a túlné előtt és a ránehezedő nyomásban, és jól tette. Végre végére a családjára, életben van, ez nem csak értelmű. És most nézzük a videót, amiben Michael integetlen foglalkozva szállított.
And it's just such a sad day. I mean, I can only sum it up in one way, that Michael represents, to me, the cornerstone.
As big as he was, and as you so eloquently paint this picture of this gigantic global success story, that he was often broke. He didn't have $50 in his pocket from time to time. His personal items were being auctioned off.
Extraordinary fame is extraordinary pressure. Those pressures, I don't know anyone that could withstand that, especially from the age of 5 or 6 when he started, with the stresses that he lived with, going through all of that and growing up with it. Not only that, then turning into the largest pop icon that ever lived with. You know, whether it affected finances or yourself physically, all of those aspects. It's amazing to me that he was able to withstand it even this long.
His own right. I don't know if you're near a television
thanks for taking the
screen,
time
Tommy,
to get on the phone. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Geraldo.
Okay. You know, there is people are saying that, you know, this is going to be like when Princess Di died. I don't believe that it will be that kind of roar outpouring, because people are so conflicted, even those who love Michael Jackson. And believe me, because I was part of that world for, you know, the period around this latest criminal case, I saw the devotees, I saw the groupies, I saw all the rest of it, and I was actually with Michael Jackson in Times Square not more than 2 years ago. I forgot about it till this second. We've got to get that tape. I wasn't physically with him. He got on the phone. We talked to his fans in Times Square who had gathered there to show their support. And Julie Banderas, our Julie Banderas, is in Times Square now live with some of the fans and some of the people who are curious about the activities of this tragic day. And she also has a look into Jackson's turbulent childhood. Julie.
Yeah, Geraldo, first of all, just to give you an idea of some, if you could just pan over here, Paul, just so you can see the masses of crowds that have gathered here in Times Square. Those are actually the ticket booths where people come and buy Broadway tickets. People have been asking me, is there a show in Times Square? What's going on in Times Square? We tell them Michael Jackson has died. Many people, when they learned about Michael Jackson passing away, they came to Times Square for some reason. Perhaps this is because this is the crossroads of the world where people from all around the country, all around the world come to gather here today. Silvio is actually from Australia. Silvio, you got the news. You're here traveling in New York City.
Absolutely.
Tell me about the news when you heard about it.
Well, I was absolutely shocked. I mean, from an Australian, Michael Jackson, he transcended countries, nationality, you name it. So for me, it was unbelievable.
All right, I'm going to send it back to Geraldo real quick, and then we're going to come right back to us here live in Times Square. Geraldo?
Julie, we'll be right back to you. They are preparing to remove the mortal remains, or the physical remains of Michael Jackson from the chopper, from the sheriff's chopper, into the coroner's van for transport into the building. And as we look at this universally humbling experience and this scene, this poignant scene, it's hard to make the transition from this to the Thriller video or the Ed Sullivan appearance or the other seminal events that have marked his life. So now he's in a plain white van. They will be transporting him, from what Adam reported, to an expedited autopsy. The toxicology results, doctor, will take how long, Dr. Siegel?
They'll take about 2 or 3 days. The first part will be to look at the physical remains, the organs themselves, and then they will start to look at them under the microscope. The entire autopsy should take just a few days. Some of the toxicology reports will take a little longer. The initial ones, just 2 or 3 days.
Ez a videó ennyi volt, köszönöm, hogy itt voltatok, sziasztok!